Good morning. Thank you all for joining. We'll get started in just a moment. As a reminder, when you are entering from the waiting room, please do remain on mute unless or until you are presenting or providing testimony before the board. Give just another moment as folks are still entering from the waiting room.
बंद कर देता हूँ।
Good morning. This is a hearing before the Licensing Board for the City of Boston. Today is Wednesday, March 26th, 2025. Today's hearing is being held pursuant to temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. Today's hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. We are joined this morning by Commissioner Liam Curran and Commissioner Kiana Saxon. Please ensure that your audio and visuals are working properly if you will be presenting before the board this morning. I will call each item in the order that it appears on this morning's agenda. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. You'll make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the commissioners. Following questions, there will be an opportunity for testimony, beginning with elected officials or their representatives. For members of the general public wishing to provide testimony, please limit your testimony to 2 minutes, and please state your name, address, and affiliation, if any. Begin with the first item on this morning's agenda, calling item number 1, PB Boston LLC, doing business as Playa Bowls, located at 471 West Broadway in South Boston. Has applied for a common victular license to be exercised on the above 1,200 square foot fast casual restaurant with takeout on 1 floor. Has 10 seats on the ground floor, a kitchen at the back, and bathrooms also located toward the back of the space. Manager Dennis Mancia, hours of operation 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Hi,
everybody.
Dana. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Dana.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dana Nenton. I'm one of the owners, along with Hung as well, who's joined here.
Great, thank you. If you could please briefly present your proposed concept to the board.
Sure, Hung, you want to start?
Yeah. So hi, everyone. Thanks for having us. So we are applying for our CV license, but I guess we can start off with just a little bit of background on Pliables. So Pliables, we are a quick service restaurant that serves acai bowls, smoothies, and juices. So we are hoping to open up in the South Boston area at 471 West Broadway. So we're excited about that. We have three owners, Dana, myself, and one other, and then we'll have a manager, assistant manager there, and hoping to staff up, and we'll be able to hire folks from the area.
Thank you very much. Anything further, Mr. Lamb, Ms. Nenton, before we move to questions from the board? All right. Okay, Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon, any questions?
Yes. Hi, how are you? How many seats are you going to have?
We will have 10 seats.
And what are your hours?
Our hours right now will be 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock, 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. Yeah, so we're not like a late night spot or anything. Yeah, we'll close right at 10. We close just to catch some of the folks that are coming from their jobs or anything like that to get like a light snack.
I don't have any other questions. Commissioner Liam?
Just for clarity, on our agenda, it says 7 to 11. Are you like rolling that back, or you want to have 11 in case you decide later? Is that something you roll back with like community process or something?
We'll
Correct.
we'll
Yeah.
have, yeah, sorry, go ahead, Hung.
No, go ahead, Dana.
Yeah, we'll have staff on site from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. So if there is an opportunity to open an hour later, if we see the demand to do that, we hope to just have that flexibility. But for
So
now,
you didn't have to roll it back for any neighborhood requests or anything.
no,
All right.
absolutely not. No.
Okay. I don't have any other questions right now. I may after comments. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. Some background information in the community process. ONS had hosted a butters meeting on August 12th. There were no concerns raised in that meeting. The applicant was then put in contact with the City Side Civic Association, which did not take a stance on this matter. Our office is unaware of any concerns presently. With that, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Secretary Green, members of the board. My name is Sydney. I'm from Councillor Flynn's office, and Councillor Flynn would like to go on record in support. He asks that the proponent continue to work closely with neighbors on any quality of life issues and community concerns. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Any further questions from the board?
No, thank you.
Great, and the board will take this matter under advisement. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Calling item number 2, LSF Long Wharf LLC, doing business as Legal Seafoods, located at 255 State Street. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Thomas Lowry to Joanna Shallick-Brisky, who's present on behalf of the applicant.
Hi, good morning. My name is Donna Cruz. I'm a paralegal with the licensee, and we are petitioning to put Joanna Shallick-Brisky on our liquor license.
Thank you. I see Ms. Shallick-Brisky. Ms. Shallick-Brisky, you're already an approved manager of record by this board, correct?
Correct.
Great. Commissioner Carn, Commissioner Saxon, any questions?
So since you're already approved, we don't have to do the manager, the change of manager questions.
And I have no other questions.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Okay, thank you for being with us, and the board will take this under advisement.
Thank you.
Calling item number 3, LSF Harborside LLC, doing business as Legal Harborside, located at 270 Northern Ave. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Joanna Shallick-Brisky to Thomas Lowry. Ms. Cruz?
Yes. Again, Donna Cruz, paralegal with the licensee. We're looking to put Thomas Lowry on our liquor license as manager.
Great, thank you. And Mr. Lowry, you're also currently an approved manager by this board, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Great. All right, Commissioner Saxon, Commissioner Carn, any questions?
You're making our job very easy. So since he's previously approved, we do not need to ask the manager questions.
And I have no additional questions. Thank you.
Perfect. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take these both under advisement. Thank you all for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Calling item number 4, West Broadway Management LLC, doing business as Cambria Hotel, located at 6 West Broadway in South Boston. Holder of an in-holder all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned for the approval of a management agreement between West Broadway Management LLC and Essex House Hospitality LLC, who is present on behalf of the applicant.
Good morning, Attorney Green, Commissioners. My name is Tyler Hensler, here representing West Broadway Management LLC, the licensee. We've applied to amend the license to allow a management agreement between the licensee and Essex House Hospitality LLC. The licensee has engaged Essex House Hospitality to operate the lounge, function area, rooftop bar, and room service at the hotel located on West Broadway in South Boston. The management company is owned by Kristen Jenkins. Kristen Jenkins is an experienced operator, as she owns and successfully operates an all alcoholic beverage license at 1928 on Beacon Hill and has for the past 4 years. The licensee engaged Kristen Jenkins due to her reputation from her success with 1928, and we think that her expertise in the food and beverage industry will provide an elevated dining and cocktail experience for Cambria guests. We're happy to take any questions the board may have, and we thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Are there any operations changes?
Well, in the event that you had questions, I came prepared with a team of people behind me to answer. And now I can introduce Willie Gao, who's the owner of the licensee, Kristen Jenkins, who's the owner of the management company, and Adam Barnowski, who is representing the management company as well, who can answer these questions.
Thanks, Tyler. Adam Barnowski for Essex House. Kristen Jenkins is on the line. Kristen, you might want to just explain a little bit conceptually about what you're looking to do on site there, and a little bit about the concept.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So we're here to apply to manage the restaurant, the main floor restaurant in the lobby of the hotel. And it will be a full service restaurant with a menu similar to any sort of higher end hotel that you would go to. Full service liquor license. It would be open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then there's also a rooftop, which we'll also be managing. That would be sort of the same idea, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And just to answer your initial question, thank you, Chris. And just to answer your initial question, it's my understanding that there are no other changes to the operation, either to the licensed premises or the hours, or conceptually what's being offered at the hotel.
Oh, sorry, that's correct. It would be, yes, with just following what's been happening.
Thank you. Any further questions from the board before we move to testimony?
Nothing additional for me. Thank you.
Are there any individuals who would like to testify in this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify in this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 5, UMNV 205-207 Newbury LLC, doing business as Central Perk, located at 205-207 Newbury Street. Holder of a common victualler, 7-day wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license, has petitioned for the approval of a management agreement between UMNV 205-207 Newbury LLC and Colicchio Consulting LLC. Attorney Dennis Quilty. Attorney Quilty.
Good morning, Attorney Green, members of the commission of the board. Dennis Quilty, attorney representing the licensee, and in this case, the proposed manager under management agreement. This is a replacement management agreement. There is a current management agreement which has run its course. Colicchio Consulting LLC is the new proposed management entity. No other changes. This is an ongoing business. DBA Central Perk on Newbury Street. The current manager of record, Aaron Constable, will remain as the manager of record going forward. And the only change is the replacement, allowing Colicchio Consulting LLC to manage under this management agreement before you today. No other operational changes. Again, it's an ongoing business. This is really housekeeping matter at this point, and we're certainly happy to take any of your questions.
Thank you. I have no questions at this time.
No questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 6, Shiv Park Corp. Doing business as Richard's Wine and Spirits, located at 175-179 Walcott Square in Hyde Park. Holder of a retail package store, all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned for a change of officers directors and also has petitioned for a change of stock interest. Attorney Thomas Truax. Attorney Truax.
Yes, Attorney Green, members of the board, Attorney Tom Truax of Salem, appearing on behalf of the licensee Shiv Park Corporation. With me virtually, I see is Naina Patel. The underlying transaction is a stock transfer. Naina Patel is currently the president, treasurer, director, and 65% shareholder in the corporation. And Ramesh Chandra Patel is currently the secretary, director, and 35% shareholder in the corporation. And Ramesh Patel wants to be out of the corporation. and is selling his 35% share to Naina Patel. He is also resigning as secretary and director of the corporation. So consequently, the final result of this transfer will be that Naina Patel will be the president, treasurer, secretary of the corporation. She'll be the sole director, and she'll be the 100% shareholder of the corporation. No other changes are involved. Naina Patel is currently the license manager of the corporation, and she will remain as such after this stock transfer. And we would be happy to answer any questions you may have.
No questions at this time. Thank you.
No questions for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Calling item number 7, SK Wine and Liquors, Inc., doing business as Bauer Wine and Spirits, located at 330 Newbury Street. Holder of a retail all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to change the location of the licensed business from 330 Newbury Street to 255 Newbury Street. Premise will consist of 1,074 square feet of retail premise space and the parlor level of 255 Newbury Street. One entrance, one exit, office, closet, pantry, restroom, and conference room, all on one floor. F. Stadios Casares, manager, 11 p.m. closing hour. Attorney Elizabeth Pisano. Attorney Pisano.
Good morning, members of the board. Elizabeth Pisano from Upton, Connell, and Devlin on behalf of the licensee, SK Wine and Liquors, Inc. With me is Spiro and Stathis Casares. They are the owners, and Stathis is the manager of record. This application is to change locations from 330 Newbury Street, just down a block, to 255 Newbury Street. The store has been a part of Newbury Street for over 60 years, so they are keeping it in the neighborhood. They're just moving as a result of the current lease expiring and the new store being slightly smaller and a more affordable rent. The new store will be a little over 1,000 square feet. The operations and what the store will offer will remain the exact same, just a smaller footprint. The closing hour will remain 11 p.m. and Stathis will stay on as the manager of record. We held an abutters meeting on February 26th. We met with NAB on March 3rd, and we received support from ONS and NAB for this application. And I'm happy to answer any other questions that you have.
Thank you so much. I think public need is kind of obvious because we're only moving a block away. But if you could just touch on it, that would be great.
Sorry. Can you just say that last part again?
There was just some interference. I think that public need is pretty obvious, but if you could just state it for the record.
Sure, yeah. So like I had mentioned, the store has been in operation for over 60 years, and they really offer a great selection of fine wines and high-end brands that the customer base and the neighborhood really loved and has kept them in business for, like I said, over 60 years. And the public need is really there for what their store offers. There aren't places nearby that have the same brands to offer, and their customer base is pretty loyal. There's a lot of locals who frequent the store. And yes, Sparrow, do you want to add anything else to that, or does that cover it for the record?
Yeah, we're going to continue doing the same thing that we've always been doing. We close at 10 p.m. except for Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays where we stay open until 11. And then Sundays we close at 8 p.m. And yeah, we're just trying to move down one block to a smaller, better location that will suit our needs a little bit better, which will also mean that we will reduce our current inventory and offer a more curated selection of things that our clients have become accustomed to.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nothing else from me.
No questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. As you heard from the applicant's representation, ONS hosted an abutters meeting on February 26th. There were no concerns raised in that meeting. They went on to meet with the Neighborhood Association of Back Bay, which was supportive of this proposal. We're unaware of any concerns at this time. With that, we'd like to defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Calling item number 8, Bar and Kitchen Hospitality, Inc., doing business as Daryl's Corner Bar and Kitchen, located at 604 Columbus Ave in Roxbury. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to transfer the license and the location from the above to 250 Western LLC, doing business as Fido Pizza, located at 250 Western Ave. Premise consists of in one large room on ground floor with various dining areas containing approximately 60 seats and bar with approximately 20 seats, kitchen, storage, and office space located in rear, 3,035 square feet. Basement for additional storage at 701 square feet, together with a seasonal April to November outdoor patio on private property with approximately 28 seats and 11 p.m. outdoor closing hour of 500 square feet. Altogether comprised of approximately 4,236 square feet with 1 entrance and 5 exits, 2 a.m. closing hour, Jefferson Macklin manager, and secondly, the applicant has petitioned to pledge the license to Alston Labworks Developer, LLC. Attorney Dennis Quilty. Attorney Quilty.
Good morning again, Attorney Green, members of the board. Excuse me, Dennis Quilty, attorney representing the applicant for transfer. With me this morning, the principals are Jefferson Macklin, Colin Lynch, Heather Lynch, and Ryan Lutz. This is a proposal to transfer the license from Columbus Ave to this property in Alston, which is a new development taking place at this site. The proposed operators are longtime Boston restaurateurs. They own and operate presently a number of establishments, notably Bar Mazzana, Shore Leave, and No Relation in the Ink Block, and the Black Clam on Tremont Street in the South End. All of them are also longtime operators under other licensees for the last probably 20 years in the city of Boston, with terrific background, fine dining, restaurants, no issues, no violations, just a very well-run business. They hope to open in this new development in Alston with a pizza and more casual concept, be full dining, and will be hopefully a welcome addition to this part of Alston as all of the various Harvard-owned developments begin to take place and take shape in that neighborhood over the coming years. Mr. Macklin is the proposed manager of record. I am embarrassed to say, although I did the licenses, I think he's a manager of record. In any event, he is certainly a Mass resident, a U.S. citizen, and has lengthy experience in the food and beverage industry, as do the other owners. We are here today having had an abutters meeting back in January with no issues. We've also met with the Alston Civic Association. We had a very positive meeting with them. I do not know whether they have opined. We've asked them for a letter of their support, but we've not seen anything. We don't know if the board has. We had a very positive meeting with them, and we're certainly happy to answer any of your questions as we're here today.
Just to that point, Alston Civic Association did send a support letter this morning.
Oh, great. Thank you.
And is Jefferson here?
Yes.
Yeah, all 4 owners are here.
Yeah, the whole crew.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
So, Jefferson, are you familiar with the rules of this board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth as it pertains to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, very much so.
And Quilty did say that you are a U.S. citizen or you have authorization to work and you're a Mass resident.
That's correct.
And what is your experience in the food and beverage industry?
As Dennis mentioned, we, the 4 of us have all been in the industry for a significant amount of time, over 25 years probably. We all worked together previously under other owners. And then over 9 years ago, we opened Bar Mazzana. And that is a full liquor license that we've operated without any violations since we opened back in 2016.
Thank you very much. I don't have any other questions.
And just for the record, the pledge is for financing, I'm assuming?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. No questions right now, maybe after comments.
Great. Thank you very much.
Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time the Mayor's Office deferred to the judgment of this board. some background information on the community process. As you heard, ONS hosted a butters meeting on January 30th. There were some concerns raised by residents regarding rodents, which is a problem throughout the neighborhood, as well as potential traffic and double parking from delivery drivers. It should be noted, though, that in the meeting we did mention that there is a bike lane in front of the premise. Our office received one letter of support from a nearby abutter, and then also we received a letter this morning from the Allston Civic Association that was in support of the proposal on the condition that they do a good job making sure that the property is clean, the trash is put aside, and that snow is cleared. With that information, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other
Just
individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Any further questions from the board?
If I may just add something, Attorney
Sure.
Green, just for Commissioner Kern's question, as a result of those questions, they came up with a plan for deliveries and drop-offs and, which we think will resolve any potential issues. This is part of a development. There's a parking garage. They have a particular route that they've provided for drop-offs and food pickups and things of that nature. So we think it's kind of a self-contained, off the main drag, if you will, a place to come and go from, which we think will be, take care of any of those issues.
Thank you. Any further questions from the board with that? The board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 9, Sammy Carlos Delicatessen and Catering, doing business as Sammy Carlos Delicatessen and Catering, located at 567 Bennington Street in East Boston, has applied for a BYOB, alcoholic beverages license, to be exercised on the above 1,100 square feet open floor plan that seats 30 people with a cold prep sandwich area and a grill towards the back, kitchen, bathroom, and freezer in the rear of the restaurant. Hours of operation Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Sunday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Manager Stephen Sire, who is present on behalf of the applicant.
Thank you very much, Mr. Green and members of the board. I currently operate 8 to 3. I know the license says 7 to 11. The BYOB, I'm looking for a license, BYOB license, I'm sorry, for that property. We've been in East Boston. I've operated since 1984. We have a family business, third generation. We've been in East Boston since 1927. Very active in the community. To go further than that, I understand the BYOB is 5 to 11, which is fine. Before you go any further, I might as well get everything out here now. We did go through HVNA, Harborview Neighborhood Association, March 3rd. It was 22 to 0. You probably have that information. And also, I have a question on the BYOB. If it's possible to have Sunday, either probably 8 to 6 or even 1 to 6 for bring your own bottle, possibly for like a mimosa or something like that. If not, it's no big deal, even if it's 1 to 6. And if it's not, also, that's no problem at all. But I want to request that because I know Sundays are a separate animal business-wise, just to have that opportunity. And that's it. That's about it. Any questions? Happy to answer any questions or concerns. And thank you for your time.
Thank you. I'll just jump in really quickly before we get there. The BYOB regulations do only allow the BYOB between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. On a kind of one-off special event basis. That is something you could petition to the board for a
Very good
amendment for. But as a regular basis, it's 5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Very good.
Great. Sorry, Commissioner Saxon.
No, thanks for answering that. So what kind of training will your staff have?
Well, they have experience, especially one gentleman has experience. He's worked in other high-end restaurants. He's been with me since he's been out of school. We've been operating off and on. I've been operating for the last 40 years. And the staff has been with me at least a minimum of 10 years, the two main gentlemen that are with me. So we're very familiar with that, the restaurant takeout as well as sit down operation. We are very sensitive to community concerns, so we understand about that. And anything I need to abide by, I'm just going to look more into it. That's fine with me. As far as, glassware, recycling and such.
All right, thank you. And will you have table service? Will you have servers?
Yeah, we'll have servers. Yeah, we'll have people going out there. Yeah, it's a small area, but just to get away from that ordering at the counter, and we'll be much more customer friendly for us to go out there and just take their order and then bring it back out. Yeah, yes, we will.
Okay, and as far as your operations, you can touch a little bit more on that. How will you monitor the consumption of alcohol on your premises?
We're gonna have people monitor each party as far as what they're bringing in and what's being consumed, and we'll keep a tight grip on that. It is very much family orientated neighborhood, but regardless of that, we'll keep an eye on that and make sure that's within limits and everybody's being responsible.
Thank you. I don't have anything for now.
Commissioner Curran, any questions? Oh, you're currently on mute. There you go.
I think we need to do the manager of record standard questions, sir. So I'll go over them. Are you a Massachusetts resident?
Yes, I am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am.
You talked about your experience, so I'll take that already. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth regarding the sale and service of alcohol?
I'm still briefing that because I'm a first timer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just to get back to what Commissioner Saxon, I think, was getting at, I'm sure you're adequate for us to approve you because you have familiarized yourself, but I would suggest another reading of our rules, specifically with a focus on the BYOB regs. So get a copy of our rules. They're available online. Read through them all, and especially study your BYOB, especially
Absolutely.
regarding the training.
Absolutely.
So before you begin, make sure you're in compliance with all of those aspects of our rules.
Correct. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Yep. I'm open to anything. So, for me being the first time, with BYOB, absolutely. I understand that. Yep.
Great. Thank you for that. And, happy to send you a copy of the BYOB rules as well if you don't already have those available. With that, are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office can defer to the judgment of this board. Some background information in the community process. When I was hosting a butters meeting, there was one abutter who was opposed, expressing concerns regarding noise and litter. I know our liaison was working with the owner to just ensure that sidewalks are clear, and as you mentioned, he's looking into the recycling option if approved. They did go on to meet with the Harbor View Neighborhood Association, which is the active civic group in this area, and they were in support of this proposal. With that, we'll defer to the board at this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? With that, the board will take this matter under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Calling item number 10, Ming's Supermarket, Inc., doing business as Go Fresh 365, located at 1102 Washington Street, has applied for a retail package store wines and malt beverages license to be exercised on the above 17,800 square foot supermarket on 2 floors with 2 entrances and 2 exits. First floor contains 17 rows of shelves, 4 walk-in freezers, 3 walk-in coolers. Basement contains an office, kitchen, and dry storage. Manager Jing Chen. Closing time 7 p.m. Attorney Glenn Albrecht. Attorney Albrecht.
Thank you, Attorney Green. Members of the board, I'm Glenn Albrecht and I represent the Ming's Supermarket. With me today is Kevin Lin, who's the operation manager for the supermarket chain. Vincent Wen, who's the secretary of the corporations that own and operate the supermarkets. And Jin Cheng, who is 38 years old. She has worked at the supermarket for 7 years, and she has worked as the manager of the supermarket for the last 2 years. She lives in Malden. There are 7 other supermarkets owned and operated by the Ming's Corporation. The store on Washington Street has been serving this community for 18 years. The supermarket features Asian food products, and about 80% of the store's inventory consists of Asian products and products that are favored by the local Asian population. Approximately 90% of the store's customers are of Asian descent. About 80% of those are customers from the greater Boston area who drive to the store to purchase their items. The remaining 20% are of Asian population are local neighborhood folks. Over the years, many of the customers have asked the store employees if they could bring in some wine and beer products for the convenience of the customers. They've also specifically asked for the store to add wine and beer products that are Asian products, which are more difficult to find in that area. The other 7 supermarkets in the Ming's chain have been licensed to sell alcoholic beverages and have sold alcoholic beverages since 2017. Since first license, none of the stores has ever been charged with a violation of the alcoholic beverage laws. From the operation of those stores, the management has instituted practices to assure against violations. Mr. Long Den, who's the owner of the chain, has submitted an initial affidavit which discusses the rules and practices that he planned to institute in the Boston store. Just a few of those for your edification. One is accepting for age verification only government issued types of documents, driver's license, military ID, or passport, requiring a second form of identification if the driver's license that is shown for ID is an out-of-state driver's license, using a technical product, a ID Visor Smart V2 scanner, much above my pay grade, to verify the ages of any kind of documents that are used for ID. Also having proper employee training on understanding and visualizing the types of ID, and also employing security cameras to monitor the areas where alcoholic beverages are served. During the community process, particularly the first abutters meeting, but also to some extent the neighborhood association meeting, there were issues that were raised that are, I guess, systemic to this particular neighborhood in the South End. And the management heard those issues, understood those issues, and have committed to take other steps to directly address those neighborhood concerns. In order to address those, Mr. Dang submitted a supplementary affidavit in which he committed to a number of things, including not selling beer products in individual containers, but only serving them in packages, selling them in packages, 6-packs or cases, a commitment to sell wine only in full-size bottles and not in individual serving-size bottles, a commitment not to sell cordial products, since many of those products are sold in small containers, pints and half-pint containers, which could be troublesome in that neighborhood, as well as nips, and only applying for a wine and beer license rather than a spirits license, again eliminating problems of that type of alcohol, but also the containers that they come in, such as pints and small half pints and nips, and also a commitment to require the manager and all cashiers to be tips trained to make sure that they are only selling to people who are not under the influence of alcohol or any other substance. They also plan to display the alcohol products toward the rear of the store and to have a counter for purchasing and exiting in the rear of the store, which would allow all customers and trade and transportation of alcohol to exit through the rear of the store into the parking area, and having a security guard at that location who would be able to monitor both the purchase and the transport of products out of the store in that rear exit, and establishing rules for employees to regularly remove trash and litter accumulating around the store property. It was brought to our attention that not necessarily just Ming's property, but that area has apparently a significant trash problem. And so they've instituted rules for the employees to regularly go out and service that area, remove trash and litter from the store property, and to install 2 trash barrels by the rear exit to assist in eliminating the accumulation of any kind of litter in that area. It's, I think, important to make the point that the supermarket features primarily Asian products that approximately, aside from the 80% inventory consisting of Asian products, 90% of the customers of the store are of Asian descent. And what they are looking for here is the kind of products that would be very useful and helpful to them and convenient to them if they could purchase them at this store, which is a store that they use primarily because of the products that are served. The affidavits were submitted by Mr. Deng to show the company's commitment to be a good neighbor, to address some of the concerns that were raised, and to just show that they wanted to continue their custom of providing these alcoholic beverage services in a responsible way. And we submit that Ming should be able to provide Asian customer base with beers and wines and products that they have been requesting over the years. We are open to questions if you have any. Also, a number of the customers of the store had wanted to testify. We don't want to take up the board's time with a laundry list of people, but there are 3 people standing by who would be willing to testify in favor of Ming's having the license. They are people from the neighborhood who are regular customers of Ming's.
Thank you. And just quick question, Attorney Albert, before we move to the commissioners. Is the proposed manager of record with us this morning? I don't see them on my screen.
Yes. Jing Cheng.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. There she is.
Thank you. All right. Sorry about that, Commissioner Saxon. Floor is yours.
No, thank you so much. Thank you, Attorney.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you. That was very thorough. Can you talk about the floor plan? Have you submitted a floor plan to us? And then what does that floor plan show? Does it show where you said that the drinks will be in the back? Were you able have it? Did you have to remove any of your products in order to put the alcoholic beverages back there?
No, it was only a question of rearranging shelving in order to make space in this particular area. They just thought it would be better, safer to keep the alcoholic beverages contained in a certain area. You know, if you go into a lot of supermarkets, there will be a little wine selection over by certain food areas and then a beer selection over by other food areas, which opens up the possibility of people trying to steal or take out the products. And they decided it would be best to contain them in a certain area with cameras and also with the security guard.
Thank you for that. And what would you say would be the percentage of alcohol to products?
I guess I really can't speak to that. Let me ask Kevin Lin, who is the operations manager. Kevin, you're available. What would be the percentage of alcohol products as compared to all the other products in the store?
Hi, this is Kevin. We will consider to about 1 to 2% to the entire sales of the supermarket. So it will not be considered much and will be very minimal.
Okay, great. Yeah, we would love to see that floor plan just to so we can see where those shelves are. So for Jing, are you a U.S. citizen or are you authorized to work in the United States?
Yes.
And are you a resident of Massachusetts?
Yes, I am.
And are you familiar with the rules of this board, the laws of the Commonwealth and the ABCC as it refers to or pertains to the sale
Yes,
of alcohol and food? Yeah, and you do have experience in the food and beverage industry.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
She has worked at the store for 7 years.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I don't have any other questions.
I have no questions at this time. I may after comments. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time, the Mayor's Office could defer to the judgment of this board. Some background information in the community process. This included an abutters meeting on January 27th, as well as the applicant meeting with the East Berkeley Neighborhood Association. We've heard a mix of opinions throughout the community process. Those in opposition expressed concerns regarding the number of unhoused individuals that are out on the street, on the sidewalk, consuming alcohol and other substances and leaving behind litter. They feel the addition of alcohol being sold at Ming's will be a detriment to this existing problem and will contribute to more antisocial behavior. Those in support point out that these problems already exist without Ming's owning a license. They shouldn't be penalized for pre-existing conditions. Other residents mentioned that if Ming's takes steps to minimize any type of damage or detriment to the community by focusing on packaging, security, as well as cleaning the property, they think that would be a net positive. We received 3 letters in opposition, one from the East Berkeley Neighborhood Association, which majority of the members were in opposition to this proposal. The Boston City Lights Performing Arts School, which is a nearby abutter, expressed concerns regarding the potential increase in antisocial behavior, as well as an abutter who mentioned concerns regarding the unhoused and litter. And we received 2 letters in support from residents who, as I mentioned, felt that Ming's could take steps to make this be a positive addition. With that information, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Hello, members of the board. Liam Remus from Councilor Fitzgerald's office. Our office has also received a lot of letters in opposition to this proposal from the Civic Association and then neighbors surrounding the area from the neighborhood just due to the concerns with serving alcohol. And for that and the community concerns, office go on record in opposition to this proposal.
Thank you. Are there any other elected officials or their representatives who would like to testify before we move to members of the general public? I see a hand raised from a John Connolly. Mr. Connolly, you will have up to 2 minutes to provide your testimony.
Thank you very much. I'm a resident of 519 Harrison Avenue within the East Berkeley neighborhood of the South End. I ask that you consider fully the appropriateness and impact of a retail alcohol license at this location, not just the location at Ming's store, but at this specific corner within our neighborhood. It's important to realize that the South End has the city's largest concentration of addiction, recovery, and homeless services. And therefore, this neighborhood has the largest concentration of marginalized individuals in need of those services. The city and state have a seemingly unsurmountable problem in addressing addicted individuals in our communities and the pervasive crisis of substance abuse and addiction. The South End is a major focus of that struggle. For those of us living here, it's more than a national dilemma. It's a daily threat at our doorsteps, in our parks, on our sidewalks. And our public safety officials are already stretched to the limits. It would be highly inappropriate and dangerous to suggest to provide greater access to takeaway alcoholic beverages on a long-standing problematic corner. We frequently see open consumption of alcohol and marijuana in front of Ming's at the Silver Line bus stop and witness compromised individuals frequently in this area in front of the store. No one is blaming Ming's for that presence, but simply stating that adding retail beer and wine sales will unquestionably exacerbate the problem. I'm not asking this board to solve the problem, but simply saying, please don't make it worse. Saying that the store will encourage customers to use the rear exit is not helpful. Many customers park on Washington Street and will exit onto Washington Street. It's not plausible to say they'll be forced to walk the additional distance being suggested. And I'm sorry, it's frustrating to hear that Ming's will now be a good neighbor and tend to the litter surrounding its property. That could have and should have been done for many years, and it hasn't been. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
May I respond to Mr. Colley regarding what he just said? This is the manager for the for the main supermarkets. So normally yes, the customers are entering as if from the main entrance, but we suggest that whoever buy alcoholic wines and liquors, we suggest that they should exit from the rear doors rather than exit from the front doors. In the rear door that we can control who is buying. We have a security cameras and we have everything that we can secure the supermarket from customer buying the alcoholic products.
Thank you, Mr. Lin. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
There are several customers who wanted to. There's L. Wu from Washington Street. If you are available, there were several on phones. L, are you available?
Hi. Hello, everyone. This is Elle, and you can call me Yue Wu is my official name. So I'm the loyal customer of Ming since 2015, and I have been there shop there like over 8 years. So so actually I think Ming is super convenient. So if I want to buy some alcohol, much better, because each weekend. So I go to there to buy some food, and then we want to go to party with friend at home. So we think if they have more like alcohol, that's much better for us. So yeah, that's our question. And I know near there have like Whole Food. They also selling the alcohol. So it's near the Washington Street. So why Whole Food can selling alcohol, but Ming cannot? So it's all the neighbors. So that's my question. So I love to go to Ming supermarket because I always cook Asian food. So and they have good price and they always have special price there. So and I think if they have a nice product of the beer, alcohols, I think that's much better for us for the Asian. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wu, for your testimony. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter who have not yet done so?
Susan Wang had, I'm not sure if she's still present. There have been a number of people, a number of hearings in advance of us, but if Susan, if you're still available.
Sorry, hi, I'm here. I'm a loyal customer of Ming's, like she said, like you said earlier. I don't understand why if Whole Food can have a liquor license, why can't Ming's have it? Especially Whole Food does not have the same selection of Asian alcohol that most Asian families are looking for. So it would be convenient for us to buy at one location instead of going to multiple locations.
Great.
Okay, thank you, Susan.
Thank you for your testimony as well. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
There was one other, briefly, if Max is still available, Max Arenas. Okay. Max may not now be available. I would just like to summarize that they not only has Ming's been serving a specific population, the Asian population in Greater Boston, they've been doing it for a long time. They obviously have been faithful to this population. There has been strong requests for this kind of product inventory by that population. Their customer base itself, as well as the way they've been operating for 18 years, I think suggests that Ming's would not be a place where adding wine and beer, in particular Asian wines and beers, would add to any of the neighborhood problems. And I do believe that Ming's has shown its sensitivity to the existing problems. The problems are there. The alcohol has been served to the population, obviously, for many, many years. Ming's operation, its customer base, and the products that it seeks to sell, I think, speak to the fact that they would not really add any difficulty to this particular issue in the neighborhood. They happen to be by a bus stop. I don't think being by a bus stop really should stop them from being able to obtain a license that their customer base would like to have. Thank you.
Thank you. And following the testimony, I just want to see if there are any further questions from the board.
Yeah, so you might have said this already. You had a long presentation, Attorney Albrecht, but what is the plan for monitoring the front of the store? Do you have cameras out there? What's the plan to say assuming there is an issue on the sidewalk there out front? Do you have a plan in place? Have you submitted that to us?
I don't think that there's a problem that deals at all with Ming's in the front of the store. I think what has been suggested is that there's
so what I'm saying is if we were to grant this license, you would be responsible for your adjoining area. So you would basically be inheriting that problem with regard to alcohol and whether your alcohol was leaving the premises and being consumed on that sidewalk. So do you have a plan?
Well, I don't think there's a plan in place to deal with the sidewalk in front. I don't think that there would be any problem with Ming's since they're also already ready to install cameras in the rear of the store and to have a guard in the rear of the store. I don't think they'd have a problem having someone who would be responsible for checking the front of the store. But I don't think that anything, and people that are kind of hanging around at the bus stop in the front of the store, I don't think are, number one, Ming's customers, and number two, creating any kind of disturbance in front of Ming's. I think they're just hanging out at the bus stop. But to be more specific, they're very sensitive to the neighborhood issues, and they've already shown a sensitivity toward monitoring to make sure that their sales and operations would be safe. I don't think they'd have any problem whatsoever in monitoring the front of the store to make sure that nothing that they were doing was adding to any problem on the sidewalk.
Okay, thank you.
I have no other questions. Thank you.
Thank you. And just one last opportunity. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter before we move on with this morning's hearing? Great. With that, the board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Calling together items 11, 12, 13, and 14. Cisco Brewers, Distillers, and Vintners Fenway, Inc., doing business as Cisco Fenway, located at 1301 to 1305 Boylston Street, has applied for a farmer brewery pouring license, a farmer distillery pouring license, a farmer winery pouring license, and a combined 19H wines, malts, and distillery pouring license to be exercised on the above. I will read into the record the description only of the premise to be licensed under the combined pouring permit. The three component licenses, the descriptions have been advertised, included in this morning's agenda, and together make up the area to be licensed by the full combined pouring permit. The premises to be licensed under that combined pouring permit consists of two joined parcels and is comprised of a building and the outside patio area located at 1301 to 1305 Boylston Street. Premises are a total of 18,620 square feet with one floor, 3 entrances, and 3 exits with a total occupancy of 757. The total capacity of the patio is 698, including seating capacity of 48 people. In the existing building, there's a total capacity of 49 with a seating capacity of 45. There are 7 pouring stations located on the 19H premises where beer, wine, and spirits will be sold. The 7 pouring stations are located as follows: 1 on the southwestern side of the parcel, the Farmer Brewery building, 1 tiki bar parallel to Boylston Street, 1 tiki bar on the eastern side of the parcel parallel to Jersey Street, 1 on the northern section of the parcel in the deck area, 1 located on the northeastern side situated perpendicular to Jersey Street, the Farmer Winery building, one located on the northeastern side, situated perpendicular to Jersey Street, the Farmer Distillery building, and one located inside the existing building on the parcel. Also located on the premises are portable toilets, 8 picnic tables, a concrete pad with a cooler, 2 ice machines, a storage unit for propane, a cold storage building of 8 feet by 20 feet, a dry storage building also 8 feet by 20 feet, a trash area, 2 recycle areas. There's also a retail sales to go booth, which sells takeout products and merchandise 8 feet by 20 feet in the southwestern corner of the parcel, and a stage for live music on the southeastern corner of the parcel. The patio is located on private property, will operate seasonally April through November with a closing hour of 10 p.m. The existing building located on the premises will have a kitchen, a walk-in cooler, a server station, a bar, 2 bathrooms, an office, and a retail sales to go section, which sells takeout products and merchandise. Manager Skylar Patrick, closing time 1 a.m. Attorney Dennis Quilty. Attorney Quilty.
Good morning again, Attorney Green, Dennis Quilty, attorney representing the applicant for pouring license and the farmer brewer distillery and winery licenses on the premises which you just described. With us this morning are Jay Harmon, the owner, operator, if you will, of the Cisco brand, Debbie Briggs, who's his operations manager for Cisco. With us, Joe Dunn and Declan Megan for operations at this site, and the proposed manager of record, Skylar Patrick. For the board's information, this is a related program, if you will, to the Cisco Seaport, which this board has licensed for the last number of years on 2 different sites in the Seaport neighborhood. They were, the Cisco operators were approached by the property owners at this site, the Samuels companies, with a thought to run a similar operation here in the Fenway. This site was previously licensed by, it was one of the early sites of Tasty Burger. It's a former garage building, which is the building still on the premises, which was operated as Tasty Burger's site, if you will, for many years. It then became Our Father's Deli until sometime in the last year and a half or so, when Our Father's moved out and the site became vacant. It is that exact site, so that has been licensed for many years, that we now hope to open and operate as Cisco Fenway for an outdoor beer garden seasonally and a year-round use of the existing structure. The operations will be very similar to the operations at Seaport in terms of this is will be a very popular walk-to site, as is the Seaport operation. Very much a part of the downtown and Seaport residential area, and we hope to replicate the same thing here in the Fenway, with the obvious attractions of Fenway Park with the Red Sox games, concerts, and the like, and just the nice ambiance of having an outdoor space in the middle of the city. So the group has met extensively with the Fenway Civic Association. We've had a very long experience with them. I've met with them on a number of occasions. I believe that they have filed a letter of support with you. We have also had an abutters meeting on site, and visually, if you will. And we have had outreach to Councilor Durkin, who is the district city councilor for this location. We've also gone through a lengthy zoning appeal process, which was completed quite recently. And in fact, our decision is viable as of tomorrow, so that by the time you vote on this matter, our zoning decision will be in place. We have had extensive dealings with the Boston Planning Department on the design components of the exterior, and in general have tried to answer every question or concern that has been raised in any of our meetings. And we are very, very excited about this project and are certainly happy to take any of your questions. Skylar, who's with us this morning, is a U.S. citizen, a Mass resident, and has extensive experience in the food and beverage industry, and is present to answer any of your questions today, as are any of the other folks for operational questions or otherwise. And we stand by. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Attorney Quilty. I heard you established public needs, especially since it is a previously licensed establishment. And thank you for talking about the community process as well. Skylar, are you here?
Yes, present.
All right, so we heard that you are a U.S. citizen and that you're a resident of Massachusetts. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of the ABCC, the laws of the Commonwealth, and this board regarding the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, I am.
And what is your experience?
So I've been in the industry for over 15 years, worked every front of the house hourly position, some back of the house. I've held management roles in various restaurants since 2016, and I've been with this current company operating these large beer garden spaces as a general manager and a regional manager since coming out of COVID. So about 4.5 years, coming on 5.
Thank you very much. I don't have
Of course.
any further questions.
No questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time, the Mayor's Office will defer to the judgment of this board. Some background information in the community process. As you heard from the applicant's representation, they also went through a zoning process as well. Our office hosted a butters meeting on January 16th, which there were 2 supporters on and no concerns raised in that meeting. Our office went on to receive 3 letters from abutting residential properties with concerns regarding excessive noise from the outdoor facility at night. The Fenway Civic Association is in support of this proposal as a result of commitments the applicant made in regards to soundproofing measures. The FCA requested that they re-engage with the community on noise-related issues, as Boylston Street is heavily residential in direct proximity to the site, and there's a number of residents who are medical professionals working various different shifts. With that, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Thanks, Connor.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take these under advisement as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Those are all the items before the board this morning. The board is scheduled to vote tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Notice has been posted to the city's website. That will adjourn this hearing. Thank you all, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.